Many times
Idly
in
hope.
Excel, you're not creating brand new workbooks, but you're opening existing workbooks, making changes to them, printing them, adding charts, and so on. Let's focus on how we open workbooks. In Excel, although you frequently work with one workbook at a time, you can have more than one workbook open. Sometimes you might have 2 or 3 open. It is very easy to copy information from one workbook to another. You can even link workbooks. The way you open a workbook in many ways mirrors the way you saved a workbook. And there are 2 basic ways, either from the File Open command or from the File Open button in the standard toolbar. In either case, this is the kind of screen you will see. And once again, just as you could have saved a file in any of a number of locations, when you open a file, you can choose to look in a number of locations, and if this isn't the location where you want to look, you click the down arrow and say, well, the file I want is on my diskette in the A drive, or it's somewhere on the hard drive on the C drive. It's on the network, or it's on a CD-ROM drive, and so on. So all of the viable locations where files might be stored are potential locations that you would select here when you want to open a file. And if the file you want to open, for example, is on the C drive, you click there. And at this point, you would have to have some familiarity with the structure of the hard drive and have some idea as to where you're headed. So if your file happens to be in a folder called DEV, you would double click on that file. And in the lower part of your screen here, you'll notice that it says Files of Type. So as I look at my screen here, and this is the default that always appears, the File Open facility is looking for an Excel file, but there are none in this folder. So that's an indicator also that maybe you're looking in the wrong place, or you just were given wrong information, or you mistook the location. So you have to know where to look. And again, going back to the C drive, if I were to look in this location here called My Documents, well, there's a file there that we could open. If I were looking for files of other types, and that probably wouldn't occur too often, but if I were looking for a non-Excel file, which I possibly would consider opening in Excel, like a Lotus file, I could look through this list here, click on this, and again, verify, are there any Lotus files here to be opened? No, but there could be. So when you open a file, you are concerned not only about the location, but also the file type. And usually you don't need to worry about file name at all. So when you see the appropriate file, let's go back to an example where we do see that. I'll change this back to an Excel file. If this file is the one that I want to open and I click open, it will appear on the screen. At the moment, and you can click on the window command to verify this, you will see if there's more than one file open, you will see those files listed here. In this case, 2 files. You can have many, many files open at once. And you can easily switch between them simply by clicking on the appropriate file name.